Do you ever walk into your craft room only to find it in the same mess you left it in? Piles and disorganization, trash and misuse of space, and then you walk back out without creating a thing? For the rest of December, I plan to get my craft room in shipshape order so that I can start 2026 with a big project. In this video, I'm going to share with you 3 areas of my craft room that I plan to clean, reorganize, and repurpose to get ready for Project Catch-Up 2026 Scrapbook Challenge. So this is the bottom shelf to my secondary desk. It is quite tall. I would say it's probably at least 18 to 20 inches from the bottom to the top. I really would like it to be shorter shelves in here. I just keep buying things on Marketplace and then they just don't quite work out. So I did go shopping in my own craft room and found these 2 modular shelves that would fit underneath here. And so I thought that moving those over here would be a better use of space. Plus, it would allow me to bring that cardstock out of my closet and behind my desk where I work. So obviously, the first thing that I need to do is clear out this area, because when you're rearranging and reorganizing, you have to start with the empty space, especially if you're moving one thing to where your current piece is. You have to start with the area that's empty. So this currently is where I keep my memorabilia and printed pictures for upcoming layouts. And then I also have layouts that are laying down here that I have completed and I'm waiting to put away. This is just the spine cover for one of my albums, and then this stores my layouts for 1 year. And then these are albums then where I'm doing layouts, then I put them straight into the album for that year. So this is 2016, this is 2017 albums, and then these are where the layouts go as they get finished, so that when they're ready to go into the albums, I can just slip them into the albums. So I'm going to put these in here while I have a chance. And then this goes here, and then these will go on top. This over here is basically my power layout area. These are just the next layouts that I'm going to be working on, and this is how I plan my pages. And this is what I will be doing with my Project Catch-Up as well. So these things will be moving to another shelf. Okay, so here's the first module. I don't know what I just keep calling them modulars. I don't know that that's what they're called, but so what I like about this is that they're so very durable. We bought these when my first son was born and put them into his nursery, and he is 34 now. So these are very durable. I know that this type is no longer made. These are not the ones you get at Michael's or at the craft stores. These were actually, if I remember right, we bought these at Target, and so they're just a little bit more sturdy than the ones from Michael's, but the ones from Michael's do work. I have a whole wall of them to prove it. But what I do like about these is that they're not quite tall enough to sit in there snugly, so I actually end up with a third shelf. So I can still put an album or slip something in here in the top here that will fit nicely. And here is the second modular going in. Now, I was thinking that I would probably maybe put this, make this fit vertically so that there's just a little bit difference between the two. And the other thing that I decided also with this is Remember that plug that's back in here? If I butt this up, it kind of is off kilter here, which doesn't bother me one bit. However, if I just move it to the side and back, now I have another basically area that I could put vertical storage in. So I liked that idea. And remember, I told you that these were from my oldest son's nursery. Look what I found when I was cleaning it. I have to show you this. I don't know if you can see that, I found artwork. Some crayon. I thought that was really cute. Actually, now that I found it and I know what I want to do with this, I am actually going to display it properly. So now I can see it up here. I wanted to go ahead and show you from this angle. Now I'm sitting on the floor and it is very difficult for me to get up off the floor, so I'm not going to. But the reason that I placed the modulars this way, this piece or this area is part of a bookshelf that is attached to a desk. Yes, this is very messy. I'm telling you, this craft room is a nightmare. So that's what this pole is here, and it allows this desk. This you can make it an L shape like it is, or you can make it all line up against a wall. So, and you can reverse it as well because this desk will swing around the. You see the pole. It's hard to see this pole that's here. My Sensi is kind of in the way. There it is. That pole allows it to swing around. So right now I have it in an L configuration. And so part of this bottom shelf is under this desk. So I want to be able to put things that I don't normally reach for, but still need to store and have accessible in this area. The other thing that I want to do is to be able to put something here. So these two modulars then end up serving as basically bookends. And then over here, this pole actually will help hold, if I need to put books or binders or anything, will actually serve as the same thing. So I have lots of nice storage. And the more I talk about having this vertical, and this vertical, I almost feel like I need to flip this to have horizontal storage. So we'll see. This is very easy to move, but that's my idea for this area down here. So welcome to the jungle. This is my solid colored cardstock tower. I bought this many, many years ago at Michael's. You can still get them at Michael's. I've seen them also on eBay, Amazon, and Target. I think, there are obviously other sizes of these, but I preferred it to be able to fit the 12 by 12 papers. And so this is how I store them. It did come with wheels or casters on it. I got rid of mine though, thinking I'd never move it. And here we are moving it. So I will have to take these. They are removable. So you can take the drawers out. So it will still be easy to move. I'm just going to have to do it in a few trips. The first things first is I have to put all of this cardstock that I bought from my Ollie's hauls and my Michael's and all of my thrifting at garage sales this past summer. I have to put all that cardstock away. So let's do that first before we move this thing. So here is this project all completed and in its spot in my craft room. And this is all my colored cardstock as well as my scraps. And I do have these two cases, iris cases on top. These are my warm neutrals and my cool neutrals. I consider warm neutrals cream, gold, taupe, and brown, and my cool neutrals white, gray, silver, and black. And so those are how I store my colored cardstock. Project 2 complete. So project number 3 is tackling how I want to organize this mess that always ends up at the side of your desk when you are crafting. You're working on a project and every little piece gets shoved either to the right or to the left of your desk. And it ends up with this, you end up with this pile of ephemera. And I have found a pair of scissors that I've lost for a month in this pile. There's just tons of stuff, stickers and um, just things from projects past end up in this pile and they never get put away. And this pile is taking up real estate on my desk and I'm tired of dealing with it. So, what I want to do is utilize this space right here underneath my desk with an old office organizer that is in my closet. So, this is the big guy I was talking about. It is a very old it is one piece. It is not stackable. It is an old office file. This is where I used to house my paper pads. And you know me, I take most of those apart. And so I no longer needed this. So what I'm going to do is relocate this to under my desk so that pile can at least be organized into these different areas, whether it's paper that needs to be put away, ephemera, stamps, dies, all of those things. So I'm going to have this organized so that at least it's off my desk and organized to be put away. No, I'll never use that. Now I'm feeling claustrophobic. Better, but still too close. I'm going to try this and see how it works out. Now that I've got it out of the closet, it's actually bigger than I thought it was and may not work for what I'm wanting to use. Now I do have on this side over here, under my second desk, I could put it there as well, but I still think it's going to be in my way. So we're going to live with this for a little bit and see how it works out. Project number 3 completed. Look at all that was in the pile. So this is Christmas stuff. I've got my Christmas all on top because I know I'm going to be putting this away soon. This is all ephemera. This is cardstock scrap. These are, look at this. These are full sheets of paper. Full sheets of paper. And I found my entire Country Woods collection in that pile. I mean, Country Woods, we use wood grain all the time. And then these are scrap paper and then full sheets of cardstock. And so that was all in that pile that's on my desk. And now it's organized and ready to be put away when I'm ready for it. But here's what I want to show you what else was in this pile. Look at all this. Here's a title, my disco ball pen. This is my lucky pen. One of my acrylic blocks. I bought these little patches. Those are my initials to decorate my disco ball caddy when I get to it. There's one of these dies, my tweezers. This is my trusty tape measure. Yes, it comes out of his butt. I know. I bought this silicone mat from Stampin' Up! To do the reverse stamping trick and have been looking for it since I bought it. And then my Bumblebee, my Cutter Bee fussy cutting scissors. I mean, these are all very important things and they've been hiding in that stack that was on my desk here. So I'm telling you, clean this stack up. You'll be surprised. Project number 3 completed. Now, for my next trick, I will be unloading this shelf of this is just junk. I mean, it really is. Some of the boxes I'll be keeping, but some of this other stuff is just junk and other things that are going to be going in other places in my craft room. So on the next video, I'll be starting with this and I will be moving it into the space that we cleaned out in my closet. So stay tuned.
I hope this video inspired you to get into your craft room and get it ready for 2026. I'll see you in the next video with 3 more spaces.